Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about a highly requested video. You guys really like my undergraduate red flags video, so now I'm going to do one for graduate membership. For those of you who are interested, keep watching. So red flags that you should be aware of at the graduate level. Very similar to undergrad, but also has its own little things that I want you guys to pay attention to. So some of the similar things that are still going to be the same is community service. So with community service, we are talking about the chapter's overall engagement in the community. So by engagement, we are talking about, do they have community service? Do you guys see them in your community participating in community related events? Are they hosting fundraisers? Are they doing chapter sponsored events for the initiatives of the organization? Are they just being active? And it's not just about being active in the community, it's also about being actively engaged online. So this can be based on your preference, in all honesty, because I know some chapters are more traditional to where they don't necessarily have social media or have a website, but I still think that having activity, whether it's social media related or in the in-person related, I think both are still relatively important because we are living in an age where technology is literally at our fingertips. So having a chapter that is equally engaged online as they are as in person, I think that is really important, just so people can see that they're being active, because inactivity is definitely a red flag. With inactivity, they could not be as active on social media, or if they have a social media, they just post every once in a while. So it kind of makes you wonder as an interest, what are they doing? And I think that is a potential red flag because you can't see what the chapter is up to. Now, on the offside, you can also say that maybe they don't post on social media because they want you to be in person to participate in their events, which I totally get that. However, with this day and age, chapters that aren't regularly active on social media, I would consider a red flag. And also with that, with community service, is also about, are they serving their community? Do you see them regularly? Are they getting recognition to a certain degree on their community service? And that is a way that, or that type of information you can find on your organization's regional or international website, because from my experience, sororities and fraternities have award ceremonies at their regional and national conferences. So is that chapter known for their community service? Have they been recognized for their community service or other community related things? Other ways that you can check for their activity is by Googling them to see what their activities have been. Like, for example, my organization's chapter has been featured in newspapers because we do press releases and we make sure that the community is aware of what we are doing in our area. So we've been featured in the news. My chapters, previously chapters that I've been a part of, we've been featured in the news on social media with different organizations' websites because we are being actively engaging in those things. So inactivity, very, very important. The next thing that I think is important, or a red flag to consider, I knew Jax was going to do that. The next red flag that I think is important to consider is whether or not the chapters themselves, the members, are standoffish, which goes back to what I was saying in undergrad, their interactions with each other as well as other people. Are you coming over here? Come here. Got my little child. So are they interacting with each other in a positive way, as well as are they interacting with people in a positive way? And again, with graduate chapter, I think that it's something different to kind of consider when you're thinking of red flags, because some traditional practices are for them to be a little standoffish. Some organizations can be a little standoffish when it comes to showing interest at a graduate level. Sorry. Because that's just how they're used to kind of weeding out the interested versus the uninterested. So kind of take that one with a grain of salt, but also be mindful of how people treat you. Like, there's a difference between them kind of making you work for it and them just being rude and completely like impersonable. So paying attention to that, I think, is important. Are they being polite? Are they being nice? Are they showing interest in you? Things like that, I think, are things that you could pick up on as an interest as far as whether or not their interactions are actually considered a red flag to you. And then lastly, I think that the mission alignment still goes to show for how you can kind of gauge whether or not the chapter is exposing some red flags. So again, for me, I think that when you join at the graduate level, it's all about community engagement as well as being social, but mainly the community engagement. So with community service, with their social media activity, with their interactions with each other, does it align with the mission of the organization itself? And you can see that with how they perform in their community. Are they being active? Can you see them like doing highway cleanups, or do you see them hosting fundraisers for sickle cell anemia? Like, are they actively participating in events that will positively impact the community as well as aligning with the mission of the organizations themselves? And the reason why I say activities that align with the missions of the organizations is because some people are just social organizations. Some people don't follow the alignment, so to speak. They'll have parties and they'll have all these events, but where is the money going? That's not a question that you can necessarily ask, but it is something that you can observe. So do they have like a sneaker ball in honor of breast cancer awareness, or it has to be a purpose behind it. To throw a party just for the sake of throwing a party isn't a reason for me to attend. I think that there needs to be some kind of purpose behind it, either to raise awareness or raise money. It has to be something that actually aligns with the mission of the organization in order for me to feel like it's worth it. So those are a couple of red flags that I've been thinking about with graduate membership. If I can think of a part 2, I'll definitely come up with one for you guys. But those are my main thoughts in regards to graduate membership or graduate chapter red flags to consider. But if you guys, as always, have any comments, please put them down below, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.